Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. This is an intro before the intro. I just got done editing part of the Q&A video that I was working on, and what I discovered is, first of all, I could not answer anywhere close to all the questions. There were a lot of questions. So I just went on and on and on thinking, okay, this is enough. And it was like 45 minutes of footage. I am not putting a 45-minute video up. So I just want to let you know that this one is cut till something reasonable. And I will show you the rest of this one another day, and then I will do another video another day with the rest of the answers, because I really enjoyed the question answer thing. So once we're done these question and answers, maybe down the road a little bit, I'll do it again or whatever. There's always more things you can ask me. So I just wanted to let you know that this one is, just, I don't know how many questions I answered, but, I don't want you to think that I eliminated a whole bunch of them. So I'm going to stop this one abruptly because I just can't do any more editing, and I want to get some of this up now, and more to come. So just now you can watch the original intro and the rest of the video. I'm tired. Can you tell? I am so confused. All right. Thanks. Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. It is a Wednesday night, nice and dark. I like it that way. And I am going to do a Q&A video for you tonight. I asked earlier if you guys would like to ask me some questions, so we'd have something to do tonight. And you guys hit me a big time with questions. Thank you so much. I have only seen a glimpse of a couple of them. I'm trying very hard to not look at them because I wanted to just answer them as we go, so I don't want any prepared answers. I like to be surprised. Hopefully you guys were nice to me. No, I don't want to be too surprised. So what I'm going to do is just get started. I'm just going to scroll through and read some questions, and I will answer them if I can, the best that I can. How many do we have? Let's see. 71. Now I have to see what's better for me to read with, these or my new funky. Oh, these are better. And I like them so much. These are the ones with the funky little lights. I feel like a Martian. Okay, sorry about the glare. If I talk to you at any length, I will take my glasses off so you don't have to just see glared eyes. All right, there's a lot of comments. I can't possibly answer all of this in one video, so maybe I'll do part 2, maybe tomorrow or a couple days, whatever. When will your next how to cut? First of all, my hair cutting was never a how to cut. It was like a watch me cut, like a crazy woman. When will your next how to cut dye my hair video be? I love watching those. I actually just did a dyeing one a couple days ago, and hair cutting? I don't know, not yet. But when summer comes rolling around and I'm hot, I may be cutting it. I don't know. Where is your favorite place to go out to eat? I don't like to go out to eat. I just don't. I've always just liked to eat at home, food that I've cooked in front of the TV. If I did have to pick a place, it would probably be like any place. Chinese food. Love Chinese food. Love the scorpion bowls, but I don't do that anymore. What was your best couponing haul? Did you extreme coupon? I was an extreme couponer in as much that I tried very hard to get only the best deals out there, and I was extremely strict about it for a while, to the point where it made me sick. I mean, I just took it to an extreme, and it wasn't healthy for me mentally to do it to the extent that I did it. But I would say there was a lot of hauls, but hang on, I'm going to put you on pause. Okay, this is by far my best haul. Back on January 11, 2012, I had won $12 at a weight loss group that I was at, part of the 50-50 pool that we used to play every week. And that $12, I was strict about what I bought, and I kept track. And this is on my blog. I'll actually link below this video in case you want to go see it. In 2 months, I bought $1,170 worth of food with that $12, and when I was done, I still had a total of $4.17 left to spend. And I got tons and tons of food. This is when couponing was really, really good to us. Yeah, so I bought a lot of food for not even $12. So I will, like I said, I'll have the link for you guys if you want to go and look at that. It was called my $12 challenge. I got tired after 2 months of keeping track of everything, so I just stopped doing it. Somebody said they're digging my glasses. They match my shirt. I know. I planned it that way. Does your mom want to be in a video? I don't know how loud I can say this. All caps. No! Oh my God. She doesn't even want me to be in a video. I keep threatening her that one day I will just, put the camera there and she'll be forced to, but that would be a little bit mean, wouldn't it? What is your favorite childhood memory? Well, I would have to say that any part of being on my father's lobster boat, those were like the best memories for me. I loved going out on the ocean with him. I consider myself very lucky that I got to do that. There was a time that I was embarrassed that my father was a lobsterman because kids would tease me and say he must stink and that he has lobster claws for hands. That used to hurt, but I grew up and I realized that I was very, very lucky and honored to have him be a lobsterman. What does Alka-Seltzer taste like and why do you drink it? It tastes like a salty kind of seltzer water and it's for upset stomachs. I drink it because I like it. I like the flavor of it and it's just like a special treat to me. It's like a little bit bitter because there's also aspirin in it and I don't drink a lot of it. I get asked that a lot, like, aren't you afraid it's going to be bad for you? And no, I'm not afraid of that. Who is your favorite YouTuber? I like this question. The very first one that I binge watched and got addicted to was Graveyard Girl, Bunny Meyer. I absolutely love her. When I started watching her, I was like, if I did YouTube, that is how I would act. I mean, I just saw myself in her. And then I would watch some of her older videos because, like I said, I binge watched. I watched her for like 4 hours straight. And I could see in her older videos, when she first started, she was, she was very different, quiet. And then she just like blossomed and opened up into this like crazy woman. And I was like, she can do these things and she doesn't apologize for it. As a matter of fact, she would get picked on for different things. Like, for one thing is she has very crooked bottom teeth and she doesn't apologize for that. She says she loves her teeth. And I thought, here she is telling millions of people that she loves her crooked teeth. And I thought, I can maybe have some confidence and do these things. So she has no idea who I am, but I owe a lot to her because by watching her, it gave me the courage to do what I do. So she'll always be my favorite. Another one asking, would your mom like to be in one of your videos? What career did you dream of as a kid? It's funny that somebody would even ask that because I did dream of careers. I knew from being a very young child that it was meant for me to work for myself. I don't know if that's because my father, had his own business. I mean, my father always worked 2 jobs, so he always worked on the ocean during the day, and then he either worked second or third shift at a mill or later as a custodian. So he always worked 2 full jobs. So it wasn't like he was just self-employed because he raised 5 kids and my mother didn't work outside the house. So he did it all. I just know I was interested in money. As a very little girl, some of my favorite things to do were just to play with money, count money. My father would give me checkbooks and let me just write checks, and it was just fun. So I just knew whatever I did, it was going to involve making money. Why aren't you with your husband? Or is that too personal? And she also goes on to say, what is your favorite movie? Any funny, embarrassing moments? I am not with my husband because he is an alcoholic who is still drinking, and I'm an alcoholic who's not drinking. So You either have to both drink together or not drink together, but one drinking, one not doesn't quite work. So he's originally from Houston. I met him when I was a teenager in Houston, and years later we got together. I'll actually tell that story one of these days. And I actually moved to Houston to be with him, and this is at the peak of my drinking, and I ended up quitting while we were there. And then we moved back here to Maine to take care of my father, who was dying at the time, and I was able to take care of my father for 2 years. And then we stayed, of course, to help my mother. And so after 10 years of Andy being here and him drinking and me not, and him hating it here and me almost hating him here, we agreed that it would be good for him to just go move back home. And that's where he is, and we talk often. That's just the way it is. We're still married. We still share finances, all that. It's it's just the way that it turned out for us, and I just go with the flow. My favorite movie, I have a lot of them, but I always liked To Kill a Mockingbird. I also liked Splendor in the Grass. It's an old one with Natalie Wood and Warren Beatty. It's just a love story that I like. Funny or embarrassing moments. To me, the most embarrassing moment ever in my life was in college, and I was in college in my 30s. So I was probably like 35 for this particular class, had gone to the bathroom, came back to the class. It was oceanography, so we're all just sitting at big tables in big open center of the room, and I can't remember why I had to go to the center of the room, but we all had to go to the center of the room for some reason. And when I went into the center of the room, the teacher said, "Is that a joke?" And I said, "What?" And I looked, and I had toilet paper hanging from the top of my pants down to like about to my knees, and I was like, no, it wasn't a joke. It was what you call a wiping malfunction. Somehow, when I pulled my pants up, my toilet paper got stuck and just dangled behind me like a tail. I will never forget how I wanted to just die right there. It was awful. Have I ever been to Canada? Only once as a baby. I mean, I don't even know if I was maybe 1 year old, so I obviously don't remember that. And I would like to go. I don't know why I don't. Not too far away, maybe like 3-4 hours away from Canada. Why do you sound like you have a New York accent? Did you live in New York City at any point? No. I'm in Maine, which is not far from New York City, so I do have a northern accent. It's different than New York. But yeah, we kind of all have a little bit of that, not saying the R's. I try hard. See, I didn't say I try hard. As a kid, I would have said I try hard. I try hard to pronounce my R's and to not sound like you see in movies. If you ever see a movie, like a Stephen King movie especially, because he's from Maine, they always have the Mainers talking, talk like that, yeah, hey, it's just, I don't know. Go to Bahaba. I don't know anyone who talks like that. And I'm in Maine. Do you have any sponsors? If you do, who are they? I'm assuming they mean like sponsors for things that I promote or whatever. No, I'm affiliated with companies, but that's different than a sponsor, where a sponsor will pay you to promote an item. With affiliates, you promote items, and if somebody buys or somebody clicks or somebody prints, you get a commission. So no, I don't have any sponsors. What are you afraid of? I'm terrified of roaches. Yeah, I'm not big on bugs. I don't like buggy boos. I don't like spiders, but I'm getting better with it. But just don't like spiders. Where would you most of all want to live if not Maine, and why? I like Maine. I guess I would just like to live on any beach. I love the ocean, love it. And so that would be pretty cool. So it would be nice to maybe live in Florida or something next to the beach, and I would feel like I'm still on the East Coast. I'm an East Coast girl, so Florida would be pretty cool. What is it like to live there? I guess they mean here in Maine. It's cold in the winter, hot in the summer. Not to most people. To me, it's hot because I don't like heat at all. It's a beautiful state. There's a lot to do, from skiing to swimming to, we have beaches, we have mountains, we have desert. We even have a desert of Maine. We have just about anything you can think of exists in Maine. It's very, very pretty. What would be your dream vacation spot? Honest to goodness, I like just being home. I mean, to me, it would be a vacation to sit on the deck and just look at the squirrels. I'm not hard to please. Vacations, like to actually go somewhere, it's a lot of work. What is my daily routine? Like what? I get up, I work, I go to bed. Seriously, that's what I do. Actually, for a routine, I get up, I have coffee, I shower every single day because I can't wake up unless I do, and then I work. I work at whatever job I'm doing. I'm self-employed. I work at home. Right now, my career is YouTube, and that's what I do all day long, all night long. And then I go to bed and I'm still working because I read or listen to YouTube videos about, how I can improve what I do. I'm just always learning. And that's what I do. And my mother is here and I help her out, and that is it. Favorite place I've ever been? I would have to say just going to visit my granddaughter. So she's currently in Mississippi. I have been there to be with her, and I've also been to Nashville to be with her. Where she is my favorite place to be. What movie makes you cry? I am a crier. I can cry like if an old person wins on The Price is Right. I mean, it's just like, But I do always cry for, this is weird. Well, it isn't weird. It was sad. Forrest Gump. I cannot take the part where he loses his Jenny. I mean, it's just terrible. I bawl like a baby on that. Do I know where Presque Isle is? Presque Isle is in Maine. I know it's north of me. I don't know exactly where on the map, but I've not ever been there. Am I ever going to do another yarn registry for my mother? I don't think so, because she has actually slowed down a little bit. I mean, she just has more aches and pains that don't allow her to crochet to the speed she was crocheting. And, it was a fluke that it worked so well for her when I did the yarn registry for her birthday a year ago. Really appreciated it. We still have yarn, so I certainly am not considering any of that right now because she's still working on it. And, she is 93, and I almost wouldn't even want to put the pressure on her to say, oh, you have more yarn, because, she loves doing it. She loves it, and she is working on Afghans for donation again and still, but, I don't have that in the plans. Am I religious, or do you have other beliefs in stuff like aliens, ghosts, the devil? I was raised Catholic, but I don't practice any religion. Other beliefs, I believe that my father sends me messages, and that's another thing I want to talk about someday. Just some very unusual things, things like that. I believe in stuff like that. I believe that when we die or whatever, it's just, I don't know, I just feel like our cells are still in this universe to me. I don't know, I'm not a scientist. Things like ghosts, the devil. I don't really believe in ghosts, even though I was brought up to think they live here in this house with me. The devil too. I was brought up to believe in that, but no, I don't really believe in. I don't believe in the devil. I just don't. I mean, that's just makes no sense to me. Ghosts. Again, if anything, I do believe that spirits can be hanging around. What was my first job? My first job, was it? Actually, I had a job when I was in high school and I was pregnant, and it was for, oh my gosh, I can't even believe I'm thinking about this. It was an actress, Katharine Hepburn. Some of you probably never heard of her. I'm sure many of you know who Katharine Hepburn is. She had an assistant, a lifelong friend who was also her assistant, who happened to live here in Springvale, Maine, which is the little town next to Sanford. Springvale is actually a village. Sanford, Springvale were like twin towns. She had somebody that would come in and help her. Well, she actually had somebody around the clock. And I know her name. I even know where she lived with. What was her name? But anyway, somebody had, they needed a shift for like after school from like 4 to 6 or something like that. Just 2 hours a day. every day after school. And because I was pregnant, the guidance counselor thought maybe I could use a little job, make some extra money. So she asked me if I wanted to do it, and I did. And I was petrified in that house. I was like, there was a stairway, and then it was blocked off at top, and I was like, oh my God. And the woman was kind of old. I'll have to look her up because I think her name was Annie somebody. But that was my first job, and I did it for a while, and then I developed high blood pressure when I was pregnant. Couldn't do it anymore. I had to stop school and everything. That's what I did. What made me want to do YouTube? And what is the goal for my channel? These are like such cool questions. I wanted to do YouTube only because I felt like it would be a release for me. When I started doing it, I was 6 months before I even showed myself on camera, because I didn't even like my voice. I didn't want anybody to see me. You know, I have gained tons of weight since like high school days, so there are people who've never seen me look like I look, and it was just very hard to put myself out there. And now I'm like so out there, I don't even care anymore. But I did it because I just felt like it would be a release for me, because I'm practically a hermit and I speak to very few people, and so this way it gave me a way to talk to everybody, and I'm very glad I did it. And the goal for my channel is that now I am doing this full time, and you will actually see a video coming up with the goal for my channel, and it's my mother, hang on. Just had to help my mother to bed. Don't remember where I left off. I think it was about my goal for my channel. And I think I was saying that I have a video coming out with a goal for my channel that I'm very scared to upload that video, because I'm being very, very open about my earnings, what I have earned in the past with my deals blog, comparing it to what I'm earning right now on YouTube. But I feel like if I put it out there, that it may help some people, and that in turn always helps me. So I'm going to let you guys watch my progress on YouTube, and I'm hoping it's progress. And if not, you're gonna watch me fall flat on my face. But so what? I will get up and I will do something else if this doesn't work for me. But that's the goal for my channel, is that I want to make it be what supports me and my new career. And I would say for a while, because I like doing it. I don't see myself getting tired of doing it. So I would like to, it'd be kind of fun to do this for the next 10 years of my life and then retire. I don't think I'll ever retire. As long as I can do something online, I think I'll always be doing it. So why don't we stop here for tonight so I can edit this and upload it tonight. And geez, just thank you so much. It's always scary for me to put something out there and say, hey, why don't you guys ask me some questions? And I was like, what if nobody asks me any questions? I'll feel like a complete loser. I worry about everything. I enjoyed this, and we will do part 2 later. So thank you. I love you guys.